My twin sister went missing 10 years ago. Yesterday, she sent me a voice message. The phone buzzed on my nightstand, pulling me from a restless sleep. An unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something, instinct maybe, made me play the voicemail. Her voice hit me like a freight train. Clara, my twin. Missing for a decade, her case colder than a winter grave. Her words trembled, older but unmistakably hers. Don't trust them. Not Mom, not Dad, not your friends. They're lying. Find me, please, before they make you forget. The message cut off with a muffled scream. 10 years ago, Clara vanished on a school trip to the old quarry. We were 16, inseparable, mirror images with matching freckles and secrets. The police combed the woods, dragged the quarry lake, questioned everyone. Nothing. No body, no clues, just a void where she used to be. My parents stopped talking about her. Her room became storage. I kept her photo in my wallet, a talisman against forgetting. Now her voice clawed open that wound. I listened to the message again, heart pounding. Who was they? Why was she scared? I called the number back. Dead. No trace online, no record of it anywhere. I checked my contacts, my call log, half expecting it to vanish. It didn't, but that didn't make it real. This morning, things got weirder. My best friend Lila came over, but she was off, fidgety, avoiding my eyes. When I mentioned Clara's message, she laughed too loud and said, "You're still hung up on that? She's gone, Em." Her tone was sharp, like she was scolding me. Lila, who'd cried with me at Clara's memorial, now acted like it was nothing. I didn't push her, but her words stuck like splinters. Then the files. I kept a box of Clara's case documents, police reports, news clippings, my own notes. I'd hidden it under my bed, paranoid about Mom throwing it out. When I checked today, it was gone. Not misplaced, not moved, gone. I tore the house apart, but it was like the box never existed. Mom caught me mid-search and said, "What's gotten into you?" Her smile was tight, her eyes cold. I didn't tell her about the message. Clara's warning echoed, "Don't trust them." By afternoon, my head was a mess. Memories I'd clung to, Clara's laugh, the way she'd braid my hair, our late-night talks, felt fuzzy, like a dream slipping away. I wrote down everything I remembered about her, desperate to pin it in place. But even as I wrote, doubts crept in. Was her favorite color blue or green? Did we really sneak out that one summer? Or was that just me? It was like my mind was being rewritten. I drove to the police station, clutching Clara's photo. The detective who'd handled her case, Ramirez, was still there. He looked older, grayer, but his eyes narrowed when I mentioned Clara. "Case is closed," he said, too quick. "No new leads." I pressed him about the message, but he cut me off. "You're imagining things. Grief does that?" His hand shook as he handed me back the photo, and I swear he glanced at someone behind me. No one was there. Back home, I found an old burner phone in my closet, one Clara and I used to share for pranks. It still had a charge, somehow. I powered it on, and a single text waited from a number I didn't recognize. "Check the quarry. Midnight, come alone." My stomach dropped. Clara? Or a trap? I tried calling the number. Dead, just like the voicemail. Now it's 11 p.m., and I'm staring at my car keys. The quarry's an hour away, abandoned, overgrown, a black hole in my memory. Clara's voice loops in my head, her warning clashing with the text's pull. Everyone, Lila, Mom, Ramirez, feels like a stranger now. Even my own thoughts don't feel safe. If I go, I might find her, or I might lose myself. What do I do? Drive to the quarry or dig deeper here where everyone's hiding something? And why does it feel like the truth is slipping through my fingers? I grabbed the car keys, my pulse hammering. The quarry called like a siren, Clara's voice in my head drowning out reason. I slipped out quietly, avoiding Mom's room where the TV flickered. The night was thick, moonless. The road to the quarry a ribbon of black. My hands shook on the wheel, Clara's warning, "Don't trust them," warring with the text. "Check the quarry, midnight. Come alone." The quarry loomed, a jagged scar in the earth, its edges choked with weeds. I parked far off, killed the headlights, and crept closer, the burner phone my only light. The air smelled of damp stone and rot. At midnight, nothing stirred but the wind. No Clara, no trap, just silence. I was about to leave when my foot caught on something metal, half buried in the dirt. A locket, Heron. The one we'd swapped as kids engraved with our initials. My breath hitched. She'd been here. A twig snapped behind me. I spun, phone light catching a figure, Lila. Her face was pale, eyes wide, but her hands were steady, holding a flashlight. "Em, what the hell are you doing here?" she hissed. I backed up, Clara's warning screaming in my mind. "Why are you here?" I shot back, gripping the locket. She stepped closer and I saw it. A flicker of fear in her eyes, not anger. "I followed you," she said. "You've been acting crazy since that message. I'm worried." "Worried?" I laughed, bitter. "You blew me off about Clara. My files are gone. Everyone's lying." Her face crumpled, but she didn't deny it. Instead, she whispered, "I didn't want to believe it either, but I saw something, Em, back then, at the quarry." My skin prickled. "What?" She glanced around, voice dropping. "A van, men in suits. They took her. I was too scared to tell anyone. I thought they'd come for me, too." Before I could process it, headlights flared, blinding us. A car screeched up, and Ramirez stepped out, gun drawn. "Both of you, hands up," he barked. My heart sank. Clara was right. Nobody was safe. Lila froze, but I bolted, clutching the locket, weaving through the quarry's rocks. Ramirez shouted, his footsteps pounding behind me. I ducked into a crevice, breath ragged, and checked the burner phone. A new text. "Under the old crane." Now, the crane, rusted and skeletal, stood 100 yards off. I sprinted, dodging Ramirez's flashlight beam. Under its base, a trapdoor was hidden in the dirt, barely visible. I pried it open, heart in my throat, and dropped into a concrete tunnel, cold and damp. The phone buzzed again. "Keep going." I followed the tunnel. Its walls scrawled with faded symbols I didn't recognize. Voices echoed ahead, low, urgent. I crept closer, peering into a chamber lit by flickering bulbs. Clara was there, alive. Strapped to a chair, her face gaunt, eyes hollow but fierce. 2 men in suits stood over her, one holding a syringe. A third figure, hooded, spoke softly. "She's remembering too much. Wipe her again." My stomach churned. Wipe her? I scanned the room, spotting a control panel near the wall. No time to think. I lunged, slamming every switch I could. Alarms blared, lights strobed, and the men cursed, distracted. I tackled the one with the syringe, my rage outweighing my fear. He hit the ground and I grabbed his keycard, swiping it to unlock Clara's restraints. She gasped, grabbing my arm. "Em, they've been watching you too." Her voice was raw. "They're in your head." Before I could ask, gunfire cracked. Ramirez at the tunnel's mouth. Lila was with him, screaming, "Em, run!" We ran, Clara stumbling but alive, her hand in mine. The tunnel split and she pulled me left. "They've got labs everywhere," she panted. "They took me for experiments, memory wipes, mind control. They're erasing people who know too much." My head spun. "Why us?" She shook her head. "Our bond. Twins. They couldn't break it completely. I kept fighting to reach you." The tunnel ended at a ladder. We climbed, emerging in a forest miles from the quarry. Sirens wailed in the distance. Clara hugged me, trembling. "They'll come for us," she whispered. But I hid proof, recordings, files on a drive. "It's at our old treehouse." I nodded, my mind racing. Mom, Ramirez, even Lila. How deep did this go? Were they complicit or just pawns? We found the treehouse at dawn, rotted but standing. The drive was there, taped under a floorboard. Clara's recordings detailed years of experiments, names of shadowy agencies, and worse, hints they'd tampered with half the town's memories, including mine. My fuzzy recollections, Lila's odd behavior, Mom's coldness, it all clicked. They'd tried to erase Clara from us. End of story. We didn't go home. With the drive in hand, Clara and I vanished, hitchhiking to a city where nobody knew us. We leaked the files online, anonymous, watching them spread like wildfire. Posts on X exploded. People sharing stories of missing loved ones, strange memory gaps. The agencies scrambled, but the truth was out. Clara and I live off-grid now, always moving. She's still fragile, her mind scarred from years of experiments, but she's my sister, my anchor. I check X daily, sifting through posts for signs of them hunting us. Some days I wake up with holes in my memory, terrified they're still in my head. But Clara's locket hangs around my neck, grounding me. We'll never be safe, not really. But we're together and we remember. That's enough. For now.